making shit up in my head because I'm an Aries and I'm crazy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Asia. If you're new here, today's video is going to be a new series on my channel. This series, as you can see by the title, is called Asia's Corner, aka we're in my infamous corner in my room. You guys know, if you watch my vlogs, we're always talking here. This is where the girl chit chats happen. So I just figured it would be worth it to make it a known spot, a known video, a known series on my channel, a part of Asia's Corner. We're just gonna be discussing like the answers to some polls I've been doing on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do so that you could be a part of these every time I do them. But I basically just put up like scenarios or situations, and I let you guys basically put your input. We'll discuss the answers. I'll tell you how I feel about it, stuff like that. So yeah, let's just get right into the video so we're not here all day. I am gonna do my makeup so that you just have something to watch, not just something to listen to. Full disclaimer, all my makeup is packed away for vacation in my makeup bag, so I do have everything in this really random box. I have really random makeup in here, so pray for me. We're just gonna see how it goes, but let's just get right into the video so that we're not here all day. All right, so not gonna lie, I haven't filmed a sit down video in a while. Kind of nerve-wracking. You guys know I played with the settings on my camera, so hopefully when I go to edit, the quality is good. So far, so good. I'm gonna move the mic a little bit closer to me. Looks clear, looks fresh, looks crisp. Yeah, bro, I hope it looks like that when it's time to view it and edit it. I'm gonna put some chapstick on, because I'm not gonna lie, my lips feel a little dry. I feel dehydrated. I don't know why. I've been drinking water. I'm also going to take a sip of water. I'm using the new Laneige lip treatment balm with the little spatula. I love how this one has the, wow, you see that reflection? That was good. I love their products. You guys know, if I sound a little congested, I am. Fun fact about me, I'm 25. Wow, that sounds crazy. I'm 25. When I turned 23, all of a sudden I had allergies. And the pollen has been kicking my ass this year. I think it's because the earth has had time to renew itself, rejuvenate, revive itself because of the pandemic. And I don't know what type of pollen that is outside, but girl, she is doing some damage to me. Congested, sneezing, just the whole nine. So yeah, just a little disclaimer on my voice and stuff, but it has a little tingle. It feels really, really nice. You guys know I just love Laneige, and I'm gonna drink some water really quick, so BRB. So the first this is I don't know why I asked this question, but it was definitely something I was like very, very curious about. I'll give you a backstory on why I'm using the Laura Mercier pure canvas primer, by the way. So I was telling you guys how my skin has been doing great, but yeah, my skin has been thriving. I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's the baby, I don't know if it's the both of us together, I don't know if it's the sulfur soap I've been using, the La Roche products, but girl, I hope we just stay on this because I feel good. I feel so pretty these days. But yeah, anyways, okay, so the first poll was, do you use shampoo every time you wash your hair? I'm gonna just let you guys, let me, like answer that in your head for a second, because I know some of you don't have Instagrams, so you can't take a part in the polls. So do you use shampoo every time you wash your hair? The reason I asked this is because another influencer, I guess she's more of an Instagram influencer, someone asked her what was her hair care, because her hair has been growing a lot, because I think she did like a big chop recently, and she said that she doesn't use shampoo because it dries out her hair, and she washes her hair with conditioner. And I was like, I'm intrigued, right? So I wanted to ask you guys this, because I use shampoo every time I wash my hair. I have two moods. Either I'm using shampoo and conditioner every time I wash my hair, or like if I just wash my hair the day before or 2 days before, and I wet it in the shower just because I want to feel squeaky clean. I don't know if that's a thing for you, but it is for me, especially when my hair isn't done. Like I hate when my hair looks wild, you guys know that. But I'll just I'll rinse it with water so that my natural oils could kind of go from my scalp to the shaft. Is this the shaft? from the scalp down, like to just penetrate all of my hair. But I've never skipped shampoo and only used conditioner, because isn't shampoo what cleans your hair? Or is that just me? So I asked, and the answers were in the poll. Let's see. 64% of you said yes, and 36% of you said no. And I was like, wow, that's really a thing. Like, people really don't use shampoo. So, I mean, I guess I get it depending on your hair type, right? Like, not everyone likes shampoo, but I don't think when people say that shampoo... Whoa, what was that? When people say that shampoo dries their hair out, I think it's because we haven't found a shampoo that works for you. Because I've never had a shampoo. I mean, I've had a shampoo that dried my hair, but it's usually like cheap ones, or like ones from like hotels that are just not good. But for the most part, why is she so thick? For the most part, shampoo does my hair good. I like when my scalp feels squeaky clean as well, like, because I do have very oily hair. Nars, we gotta have a talk, but I'm gonna just put a little bit of this on my hand because I just want to share, or not share, but like, that was too thin out the Huda Beauty. But yeah, so I think definitely just people haven't found a shampoo that works for them. If you're one of those people, can you just like kind of explain it to me down below? But yeah, because the shampoo is for only your scalp. Like, only shampoo your scalp and then conditioner your ends. That's all that you should be doing. But okay, next one. Has your mom or boyfriend ever told you one of your closest friends wasn't really your friend? I feel like we've all been here as adults now. Definitely when we were kids, we've been here, right? So I'm like all over the place because I don't know what to do without my stuff. So when I was younger, my mom, guys, I don't have a mirror, by the way, so pray for me. My mom definitely would like meet my friend and be like, I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her. And I would be like, whatever, that's my best friend. Lo and behold, I'm not friends with any of those people anymore. My mom was definitely right. She definitely was onto something. Wow, this looks like this is gonna be a really good match. I'm just gonna put a little bit right here. Probably put too much. Don't know why I put it on my forehead, but we're gonna keep going. So yeah, my mom has definitely told me a lot of people weren't my friends, and I didn't listen to her, and they ended up not being my friends. Even one person, she used to let me be around this person. She used to let this person sleep over my house. I ended up like fighting this girl and everything. It's so funny because this girl could never say nothing to me ever in my life, but trust me, she has tried, and I just was like, girl, once we fight, it's nothing you could ever say to me for me to ever look at you like you're a human. Like, at that point, you're the gum beneath my shoe. Just a little FYI. So the results for this poll were 83% of you said yes and 17% of you said no. But yeah, I think, like I said, majority of us have experienced this because my mom has definitely did her fair share of just saying, I don't like that person, I don't like their energy. I could kind of get a weird vibe around them. I could tell they're a little bit jealous of you or stuff like that. Not like jealous of me, but like just like a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing. So yeah, there's also been like scenarios where like other people in my family have said like they just don't like people that I surround myself with. And even my boyfriend and my daughter's dad in my past have told me that someone wasn't my friend, and they ended up being right every time. My daughter's dad, when we were friends, he told me he wasn't really too fond of someone, and he was like, that person is not for you, and we ended up not being friends. There's no like bad blood or anything, but she definitely did like some sneaky stuff. But my boyfriend now has told me that somebody's not my friend. So I definitely think it's something that most of us go through, where it's like someone in our life is like, they see with a different set of eyes that we don't see with. So you know, and I think for me too, when I really love someone, because I have such a big heart, I do love very blindly, if that makes sense. So like I kind of get like a tunnel vision for the person, and it's like that person would never do that to me because I would never do that to that person, especially like if we're close friends. Like, we're not talking like acquaintances. Like, we're talking close. Wow, I haven't done my makeup in so long. Like, we're talking like really, really close friends. So I definitely think that sometimes people could see, like, even on Instagram, I think sometimes people could see like the shadiness or something is going on that you don't see, and then when you end up not being friends, it kind of all comes to the surface, you know. If you ever had that experience, share that down below, because I think that is definitely one of those things that a lot of girls go through, and we like to see the best in people. Even we like to see the best in men, unfortunately. And we kind of just, we go a little blind. I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound crazy, but we do. Wow, my skin looks good. We came a long way, baby. So yeah, that was that one. Yeah, I just think it's something that we all went through, and I kind of wanted to know, like, if anybody else has been through it. So the third one was, did you find it hard to truly embrace your pregnant body because of the fast change? So 60% of you said yes, and 40% of you said no, which for me, that's basically half and half. There's no way around it, right? To me, that's basically a 50-50 thing. The reason I asked this is because I mentioned it on my vlog, and a lot of you in the comments were basically saying that, like, you wanted to hear my perspective on it, because I am very honest with you guys. I hope it looks this good on Final Cut Pro when I put this SD card in this computer, because but I need to do my eyebrows before I leave. But anyways, so I brought it up, and a lot of you just were saying, like, you were intrigued that I said something about it. So I can't remember what I said verbatim, but basically what I said was that when you're pregnant, right, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to carry a child. I think a lot of people, we don't take it for granted, but we just don't think much of it unless we know someone that has, like, personally struggled with infertility or miscarriages or anything like that. So me, I've never put a blind eye to it, and I've always been super, super grateful of my ability to get pregnant so easy without trying, but also that I just can carry a child to full term, because not a lot of people get that luxury. And it sounds weird to call it a luxury, but when there's a lot of women who really want that in their life and they can't have it, it kind of is a luxury at that point, right? So basically what I was hinting at when I said it was that, like, while it's such a beautiful thing, and it's one of the best things that a woman can do, like, to give her body up to grow a human, whether you have your own kids, whether you're a surrogate, whether you are just doing anything to provide life, right? I said that it's hard to embrace your body sometimes, because the way I carry, now that I have 2 kids, I know how I carry, because it's not like when I was 18 and pregnant that I carried one way. I carried the exact same way with this pregnancy as well 7 years later. So my body, basically, I start off small. I don't gain weight. It's like I basically could hide my pregnancy up until almost the end of the pregnancy if I wanted to. Like, even now, if I wear certain things, I can successfully not look pregnant. I'll look a little chunky, but I won't look like I have a full-blown baby in me. And I was saying that, like, when you just go from having this one body for years, right? Because I had my body for 7 years while I was slim, and you dress a certain way, you shop a certain way, clothes you're used to stuff hanging a certain way in your body, and then all of a sudden you have this big brown belly, and it's like, oh my god, I'm carrying a child. But at the same time, it takes a toll on you, because, like, nothing fits you. You don't know how to dress this bump. It's not a permanent thing, it's a temporary thing. And I think it depends on the person. I think it's one of those things that, like, you either just full-fledgedly are in it, or you're just one of those people, like, today's not that day. I don't feel good. I appreciate what my body is doing, but at the same time, I'm just not confident, because you're not used to seeing yourself like that, like, you're literally changing in the time span of 9 to 10 months, and then hoping you go back to normal. So it's, again, you just had this one body for a while, unless they're popping out kids back to back, and then after that it's a brand new body, you know. So yeah, I thought it was interesting that so many of you kind of agreed with me and like felt how I felt, because I love what my body's doing and I appreciate it and I'm so grateful for it. But at the same time, there are some days where I'm just like, girl, who is she? What is going on? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait until I could like get back to my old self, because especially because like I'm into fashion and stuff. My thing is to basically dress how I dress, and I can't dress how I dress while pregnant. Like, I can to an extent, but definitely not how I like. So yeah, I'm just bronzing at this point, and I haven't used beautiful bronze in so long, and I ain't gonna lie, I see why I was using it for so long. But yeah, I thought that was really, really intriguing. I also think that's one of those things that people don't talk about enough, such as not being emotionally there as soon as you give birth. Like, as soon as you give birth, oh, I'm in love with my baby. I don't think everyone's like that. I think it is very dependent on the person. I'm not gonna lie. I think people don't want to talk about it because I don't think people want to admit that you could carry a child for 9 months and then give birth and it doesn't click for you right away. And it's not to say that we don't love our kids, because I definitely did experience this myself as well. Not that we don't love our kids, but more so I think that like those of us that had more traumatic pregnancies or more stress during our pregnancy, or just a little bit of unhappiness, we just are a little bit more emotionally disconnected, or even people that are just naturally emotionally disconnected, such as myself. I think that when it happens, we don't even notice. And then when you kind of look back, when you do reach that point, you know, a weekend where it dawns on you that you have this human that you're responsible for, and you realize how much you love your child, it's kind of like, wow, I didn't feel that way like as soon as I gave birth. Like, I cried when I gave birth, I think because it was such a euphoric moment. But at the same time, like looking back, I definitely wasn't like as emotionally there as I am now. So yeah, I definitely think those are like two topics that pregnant people, moms, don't really discuss, because it seems like a shameful thing. Like, how could you not? How could you not appreciate your body? How could you not fall in love with your child and be like in it, you know, from the beginning? So I think it's one of those things that people are scared to admit, unfortunately. But I have been seeing more people admit it recently, which I'm happy about, because I think it's definitely something that if we talk about it more girls or women that are getting ready to have a child won't feel guilty. Because I can't imagine what it would feel like to feel really guilty that like you're like, I must be the worst mom in the world that I feel this type of way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just hope when it comes to those types of topics, people could be like more honest, more vulnerable. I think it comes with time. However, just like it's coming with time that people are realizing that not everyone snaps back right after having a baby. It takes you almost a year to grow a baby. It's going to take you a while to get back to your normal self and things to go back into place. So I think now that we're basically normalizing that, like, yeah, some people do snap back, but some people also barely show, and some people blow up and they retain water weight differently, that people are kind of realizing there's so many different aspects to carrying a child in pregnancy and stuff. Because even when I did my pregnancy announcement, everyone was saying that I looked like I was due like tomorrow. And it wasn't that that's rude, but it's like you kind of have to be careful of what you say to a pregnant person, because I actually wasn't big at all during that time. I'm not that much bigger now, but like I'm bigger now. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just have to tread lightly with pregnancy and stuff like that, because I keep seeing this post and it basically says people glorify the body that carries the baby and nurtures the baby, but like basically when you give birth and it doesn't go back to normal, then they shame you for it. Like, and it's very, very true. You know, they say, oh, it's so beautiful, your belly's so beautiful, and then God forbid your belly doesn't go back down and it's stretch marks and all of that stuff. It's like, ew, why don't you go get a tummy tuck? Why don't you go get lipo? Why would you leave it like that? Your stomach looks disgusting. And I think a lot of people notice that as well when Kayla Nicole, the girl that does the low thing, she carried very small. She was a small girl, and her body snapped back, but she posted her postpartum picture and she had a lot of stretch marks, and people were saying that it was disgusting. It's like, so it's like, make up your mind, you know, like you can't feel all these different ways about it. Like, our bodies are stretching to house a human, and if your body and your skin stretches really, really quickly, you gotta get stretch marks. That's why I have stretch marks on my butt. I went from being 115 pounds to literally 152 pounds. My skin did not know what to do. So now I have stretch marks all over my butt. Y'all don't say nothing about that. Apparently that's cute and that's sexy that I got tiger stripes. But if I have them on my belly because I had a baby, it's not. Okay, go off. But yeah, so let's go on to the next one. So, does it flatter you if you have a friend that buys everything you buy? I don't know why I just did that. So I follow this girl. I'm not gonna say her name just because I don't know if she would want me to, but she's from Philly as well. We talk all the time. We have a lot of mutual friends, and she posted this on her Instagram story, and I was cracking up because she posted like as an open-ended question, and people were responding, and she was talking to them back and posting it, and people had me cracking up. So I wanted to know too, right? So this is how it's conflicted. Does it flatter you if you have a friend that buys everything you buy? 78% of you people said no, and 22 said yes. By the way, like for statistics wise, I had around like 17,000 people respond to these things. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So 78% of you said no. I was like, okay, whatever. Then I was like, let me put it as an open-ended question. And I was like, how does it make you feel? This is where shit got funny. So let me just put the concealer on my face so it could like dry down, and then we'll read it. You guys know I don't even use the Balm this way concealer because I don't really care for it, but we're just gonna try to go for it because everybody always talks about how much they like it, and I'm like, but I don't. So I'm gonna give it another try. I'm not gonna put a lot. My under eye circles are so dark. Like, what? It looks like such a pretty color on camera though. I don't know why I've never like liked it. Everybody's always like, it's so full coverage, and then I use it, I'm like, no it's not. Definitely prefer other concealers, but like I said, we're gonna give it a shot today. We're gonna go for it. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. We're gonna let her dry down for like a couple 30 seconds to a minute. So here, when I left it as open the question, I had around 700 people respond. I'm not gonna read them all, obviously, because then we will be here all day. So I'm just gonna read you some. Some people said annoyed as fuck, laugh out loud, annoyed and turned off. It depends on the type of friend. Like, is it your best friend, or is it just like your friend? Some people were basically saying, well, actually, a lot of people were saying it turns them off because you get your own identity. A lot of people said they had this happen to them a lot, where people were copying everything that, okay, maybe the concealer's not that bad. I'm intrigued. People were saying they had this happen to them a lot, and that's the reason they stopped being friends with some people. What else was there? Let's see. Again, I had to restart this because I don't know where it stopped recording. That's the only thing. When you use the computer as a viewfinder, it doesn't like look any different when it stops. People were just saying it turns them off. They feel like the friend is copying them. They feel like when the friend is copying them, that the friend is low-key competing with them, which I could understand. Again, depends on the type of friendship it is. A lot of people saying like rolling eyes emojis, like it makes them look like that. People were saying like get your own drip, get your own style. If we buying it together, it's like, oh my gosh, yes bitch, let's get it. But if she's hiding and she's mad weird, as you can see, a lot of these people are East Coast people as well, from the way that they talk. Someone said me and my best friend buy all the same designers and I love it. If we're not saying the same designers though, wow, I just made my nose look so wide. Wait till I get that back together. We're not saying the same designers though. We're saying like the same exact item. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, T and Tamara vibes. It's very weird. I had a friend go as far as trying to name her kid the same name as mine. That's weird. Why would we have kids the same name? Like she wanted to be me, especially when she acts like she didn't know I already had it. Hashtag capping. I could see that as well. That's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Frustrated. Like, sis, do you have any originality? I have great taste. My friends always bite with a heart face. Weird. Don't copy me. Create your own style. Annoyed if it's a repeated thing. Once or twice is okay. I agree with that. Someone said creepy, especially when they try to act like it's not the exact same thing as you have. But for the most part, most people said it annoys them. But on the other hand, people were basically saying it verifies that they have good taste, which I understand as well. Let's see. How do I feel about it? I feel like, here's the thing. I'm an influencer, right? You guys know I fucking hate calling myself that. As an influencer, I put all my stuff out there to influence people. You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and say, oh, I influence strangers to do something, but I don't influence anybody around me. I think I do influence people around me to maybe... Where's that new brush that I bought? Did I leave it? Oh, man, that sucks if so. Because I really wanted to try... Oh, it's right here. Because I really think that, like, if I could get on the internet and influence a stranger to buy something, or to be like, oh wow, I really like her style, that's exactly the type of vibe I want to give off, that I think it's very far-fetched for me to think that I won't surround myself with people that will also be like, Asia just gets it. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about somebody buying everything that you have, why am I blending this out with a brush? I don't know. We're just trying something new and fresh, like this series. I think that it's one of those things that it's like, it could be kind of weird, because it's like, why do you have to buy the exact same stuff I have? And it's not like if we're super, super wealthy, right? And you just have a plethora of shit. Like, you have every Dior bag, every Hermes Birkin, every Kelly bag, every pair of shoes, and it's just like you just buy shit just to buy shit, right? But when you're not like that, and then the stuff you do manage to buy is the stuff that I have, it's like, there was nothing else you liked in the store. There was nothing else that you liked that you had to go and get the same exact thing as me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's where it gets kind of weird, because again, if you don't have a lot of stuff, like I don't have a lot of stuff. I'm weird though too. I just wouldn't do that. I don't want nothing that somebody else has. Like, unless it's something I really, really wanted, then okay, cool. But like, if I had another option, another alternative, I wouldn't get it because my friend had it. Does that make sense? Or is that petty? Is that childish? I don't know. I kind of really like this brush. This is a Wet n Wild brush. P65. I got this from Five and Below. I don't know. Maybe I should go buy the rest of the collection. But I feel like, I feel very conflicted about it. Like, I feel like, in a sense, it's like I don't care. All right, let me put it like this. Basically, a scenario. So, if I like this bag and you never talked about this bag, and then I buy the bag, and then a week later you somehow have the same bag in the same color, it's just kind of like, did you actually really like the bag, or did you get the bag because I had the bag? And it's not like if it happens one time. If it happens one time, all right, whatever. Maybe I'm just making shit up in my head because I'm an Aries and I'm crazy. I definitely agree with like the majority of the comments. It could come off very weird. Someone actually said it comes off very single white woman. I didn't know that was actually a movie. I want to watch it. Well, people were saying like it gives very single white woman. It gives very much that like you're clinging to me as if like I'm your person. So yeah, like when I was reading the responses, I was like, okay, like I get where everybody's coming from. That but yeah, like most people say like it's kind of weird, like it's kind of like an obsession. People's like, get off my body. But I don't mind matching with my friends. I mean, I'm definitely one of those people that like, hey, we're going out, what are we wearing? But I don't be like, oh, you're wearing a black t-shirt, I'm gonna wear a black t-shirt. You know, I'm more of that person that I ask, because it's like, if you say, oh, I'm wearing I don't know, a leather skirt and a bodysuit with my boobs out, that means you're giving sexy. So I'm just gonna make sure I channel sexy too. Like, I'm not gonna come up in jeans or stuff. Like, I like us to look cohesive, but I'm not gonna wear exactly what you wear, however. So yeah, that was like a funny one that I just was kind of like, it's kind of crazy that people were basically saying that they have stopped being friends with people because of that, because they were copying them. And would you stop being friends with somebody just because they were copying everything you do? But at that point, I feel like it could come off as a secret obsession thing. You know, it's like, are you doing it because you want to, or are you just doing it because you're trying to compete with me? You know, secretly. Like, that's like, it's like, oh, I went and got a Range Rover and you went and got a Range Rover, but you try to get like the better series Range Rover. Like, if I went and got a Range Rover Evoque, you went and got a Range Rover Sport. Bitch, out of all the cars. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And I think there are people like that. I really, really, really do. The next one was, is it important for your significant other to make more money than you? I asked this because people are always in my comments saying I'm a gold digger and talking about how I don't work. Life is so easy for me because my boyfriend's rich. My ex-boyfriend was rich. It's always a thing on my platforms, as if I don't have a YouTube channel with almost 50,000 subscribers in a year. Like, girl, we into the bag. You sound like a hater. But yeah, people are always like, she dates rich, she gets taken care of. Wish I did. It's been put on the table, but I did turn it down. So I asked this because I just wanted to know, like, where do women stand with this? So if it was a priority for your significant other to make more money than you. For me, it depends. The answer was 65% of people said no, and 35% of people said yes. So for me, when I say it depends, is because, you see how I brought my nose back to life? Because my face definitely lost structure for a second. I think it was because I used too much of the concealer on my nose. But for me, it's not important. It's not a requirement that you make more money than me. Because my ex-boyfriend that I left with all my heart, I had more money than him, but I didn't care. We didn't throw it in each other's face. It was definitely one of those things that, like, I never brought it up. He never brought it up, but it's like we both knew. You know what I'm saying? I think it's nice if your significant has more money, because I feel like it could create a better environment, because men take it very hard when they're not able to provide like a man. Like, I've seen a lot of posts where girls were saying that, like, if their significant other wasn't the one that made the money, that they would be like, yeah, like, let me use your card at dinner so it looks like I'm paying. First of all, it's fucking weird, but whatever. But it's an ego thing for men that they're supposed to be providers, which I get. It's a weird complex that, like, women, you should aspire to get married and have kids. Men, you should be the provider, right? And it's not always the case, because now we're in an era where women are breadwinners and dads be stay-at-home dads. Like, let's keep it funky, you know? Like, things are changing in society. I think it's nice though, because I feel like men could be very bitter and angry when they don't have most of the money in a relationship. But I definitely don't think it's a requirement. Like, I don't think you should go around and be like, I'm not dating that person because he works at Wendy's and I work, I don't know, on Wall Street or something. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just also about setting a standard. Like, if I could provide X, Y, and Z for myself, you either have to match it or you have to be able to do more for me. I think it kind of depends on the mindset of the person. So some people are definitely that person that it's like, you have to match what I could do or do more for me, but nothing under that. And then some people are just like, I really don't care. I think for me, personally, I think I'm the latter. Either match what I could do or do more for me at this point in my life. But I do think a few years ago, I didn't care. And I still don't care. Like, I don't meet somebody and be like, how much money do you make? But for me, because I can provide myself a certain kind of stability, I would like somebody to be able to provide that for me as well if need be. So yeah, how do you guys feel about that one? I feel like that's a very iffy one. I also feel like that's one that people lie about because people don't want to seem like they care about money when y'all do. You know, I feel like it's like the good girl act, like I don't care, money is not important, money is not a thing, when reality is these girls be waiting for that blue check to slide in their DM. They do. Don't let nobody tell you different. They be waiting. Your day is coming, sis. But I definitely think it's one of those things. I'm just kidding, by the way. I definitely think it's one of those things that, again, people don't want to admit to, that if they could date a rich man, they would. But like a rich man that you like, not just an old, wrinkly rich man. Like a rich man that you like. And if they could be like, yeah, you pay all my student loans off and I'm gonna have a baby for you, what would you do? Would you struggle and with your student loans and your bills and stuff, or would you let a man take care of you? I think too that while I love when you like start modifying everything, I think too that people seem to think that like if you date someone with more money than you, that it automatically means you get taken care of. But like, I don't know, does that make sense? I don't think nothing I just said makes sense. But wow, I really like this brush for everything. Who is she? So yeah, again, I don't think that it's like a important requirement to date and to be in a long-lasting relationship that somebody makes more money than you. But the reason I asked that, because the next poll that I asked, it was like, for now y'all don't make no sense, you know? So when we're saying, is it important for your significant other to make more money than you, and 65% of people said no. But then I said, do you want to be taken care of? And only 13% of people said no. So it's like, you don't care that someone doesn't make more money than you, but you do want to be taken care of. In order to be taken care of, wouldn't you want it to be by somebody that you know has more money than you, so that like if they short on rent, they don't come to you and be like, damn babe, shit is tight right now, let me borrow $700 for their rent, right? So again, it was one of those things. I was like, I'm intrigued to know everybody's response. So yeah, 13% of people said they wanted to be taken care of, and 13% of people said they didn't want to be taken care of, and 87 said yes. Basically everybody said they wanted to be taken care of. And I think I was actually surprised by that, because you know, now we have like this whole agenda of independent, strong woman, which is beautiful. I was surprised that people actually put yes though, because people always will say no, they don't want to be taken care of. Like my boyfriend asked me if I wanted to be taken care of, and I did say no. And then I was like, fuck, that was the wrong answer. Like, yeah, take care of me and I'm just gonna work and just have a great old time with my money. Yes, Hart. So yeah, I was actually shocked by this one. 87% of people said they want to be taken care of. And I think it's just, again, I don't think that's people saying that they don't want to work and they just want to sit home and be on their ass all day. I think that's just saying they don't want to have to worry about rent, credit card bills, phone bills, I think that's people saying, I want to spend my money what I want to spend my money on. You know what I'm saying? Like the luxuries in life. And that's not designer shoes and bags, but just whatever the hell I enjoy. Because I hate paying my bills. I do. I've been setting my face for an hour, but I'm having such a fun time doing this with the brush because I never do this. Is a man that keeps his word without having to be reminded asked twice a deal breaker for you? Think about it. I'm going to grab bronzer. All right, so 42% of people said no. 58% of people said yes. So it's important for most people that a man keeps his word without having to be reminded asked twice a deal. That's a deal breaker for them. I asked this because I'm definitely one of these people. The quickest way to turn me off and to get me to never want to talk to you ever again in my life is to say you're going to do something and not do it. That's whether I ask you to do it. That's whether you offer to do it. I don't care. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, you're done for it. You're dead to me. I really hate to be that way. I don't know when this happened. I definitely think it's one of those things that Harper's so loud. Sorry, I'm using MAC Give Me Some, by the way, because my MAC Dark Deep is packed away. But I definitely think this kind of stems from just having men in my life that always said they were going to do something, and then I was like waiting for them to do it, and they just never did it. And it's especially annoying when it's just something you could have just did yourself. Like, boy, you should have just said no. Dad, you should have just said no. Whoever, uncle, X, Y, and Z. So I definitely think for me, if you keep your word, and especially if you keep your word and you do it and I don't ever have to remind you, oh, just marry me. Just marry me. Because it's really attractive, because it shows you that you're really high on somebody's priority list, that you don't even have to be like, hey, like, babe, did you ever get around to doing this? Or like, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I ever got exposed to this in a relationship, game changer for me. Up until this one person, I've never experienced this in my life, and anytime he said he was gonna do something, it was done. I never had to remind him. I never had to ask twice, because asking twice is too close to begging for me. I never had to ask twice, and I just was like, wow, you really care about me. Because not even you really care about me, but like more so like you really made it your priority to do this for me, even though you didn't have to. Like, you could have just got around to it whenever you got around to it, but you made sure it got done for me. You know what I'm saying? So after that first person that was like that, hate to say it, hope I don't sound crazy, but never went back, baby. It's a very attractive thing about a man. Definitely a deal breaker for me. Again, if you ain't like that, I'm done. I don't got nothing to say to you. Like, it's nothing you could say that would make me attracted to you, make me like you. Like, you almost disgust me at that point that it's like, damn, I had to ask 7 times for it to get done. I had to remind you. No. So I was actually shocked that most people did, but that it was almost like a 50-50 thing. You know, 58 and 42, that's basically 50-50. Me and my rounding. I ain't no mathematician, but whatever. Yeah, I think that's kind of settling. Like, I think you shouldn't do that. I think that you should want somebody that you don't gotta ask twice. You don't have to remind them. Like, because again, it was definitely something I overlooked until I dated this one person. And once he exposed me to that, I never looked at anybody the same. It was definitely one of those things like exposed me to real. Now I hate lames. You know? This was the last one. No, the last two I got a little deep. Really think about this one. You're thinking? Do you 100% trust everybody you call your friend? With your life, with your money, with your loved ones, etc. I asked this because my boyfriend asked me this, and I was like, fuck, right? He asked me, and I said, yeah, I do trust all my friends. I said, I trust my friends 100%, and he was like, you're fucking lying. He was like, and I know you're lying because I don't trust all my friends 100%. He was like, there's like 3 people I trust in my life, full-fledged, and there's people I call my friends that like, they're my friends, but I don't trust them with my life 100%. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, okay, you're right, right? I trust my friends. There's definitely, I don't even know if I will say I trust one friend with my whole entire life. I don't know. I would really have to sit there and think about that. But I think it's taking it too far for me to say I trust my friends 100%, all my friends 100% with my life. I definitely do think that. Sorry, I'm getting hiccups. And it's funny. 80% of people said no. 80% of people said that they do not trust everybody they call their friend 100% with their life, with their money, and with their loved ones. And it made me think, because I was like, so why are we calling them our friends, right? Isn't that the term, the point of the friend word, like to be like, this is someone I know I could rely on, you know, like this is basically family to me. Why are we calling this person our friend if we don't trust them 100%? And I cannot believe that 80% of people said no. Does that shock you guys? Because it's like we're basically just throwing around the friend word, and the fact that we know that we don't trust them, it's like, do you deserve to be called my friend then? So like, at what point do you call somebody your friend but know that you don't trust them 100%? Let me know, because that one was really, really intriguing as well. And then I also ended it with, at this current stage in life, do you choose peace or violence? And I just wanted to know this because I definitely feel like I'm at a point in my life where I choose peace. And I feel like it took me a very long time to get there. I definitely think 3 years ago I was choosing violence. And when I say choosing violence, that means just like being petty, shit like that, being petty, right? So I think now I do choose peace. I kind of just choose to be the bigger person all the time, and I think that's just something that I got tired of choosing violence. I don't think it's something that I was like, yeah, I just ready to be on my best behavior. I think I got tired of choosing violence, and I got tired of putting myself in situations that I didn't need to be. And I got tired of just doing certain stuff. So I think that's why I'm at a point where I choose peace in my life, because I just ain't got time. But let's see, what was the results for this one? 90% of people said peace and 10% said violence. So a lot of people that said violence were people that were fresh out of relationships. Like, they wrote me and they said, you know, like, I'm newly single and now I'm at a point where I've been choosing peace, but now I'm choosing violence, which I get, because I feel like you just get to that point, you're just like, it, right? But I think most people, for the most part, once you like kind of have had your phase where you did choose violence a lot, you get over it. You know, you're just like, I don't care anymore. Nothing is worth it. F you. It's nothing you could do for me. So yeah, wow, we actually did our full face and talk this time. Who is she? I'm gonna spray my face with some MAC Fix Plus. This is the cherry blossom one that I try to never use because it smells divine. If this was a lotion, oh my god. Wow, I look pretty. I need some chopstick. I didn't bring any gloss or anything because, again, all my stuff is packed away. So my nail really hurts. I had a band-aid on my pinky because I'm putting it up to the computer as if the computer is the lens. I had my nails done the other day. My cuticles are really dry, by the way. Is it gonna focus? Because it's so bright. Whatever. I injured my pinky. I jammed it into a drawer and my nail lifted, and it really, really hurts. So I put a band-aid on it, some Neosporin, hoping that like I'll be able to still have all 10 nails for vacation. And it just really hurts, but I didn't want you guys to see a band-aid in the video. So yeah, again, congested like bitch, like really congested. I cannot breathe. I just feel clogged, and I just don't get allergies, and I'm pregnant, so it's not really much I could do. I can't take much. But you guys know I don't really wear lipstick. I just feel like when it's spring, summer, just a nice plain lip is so pretty and feminine. So yeah, this is the look. Hope you guys enjoy it. Just the standard old Asian beat. You know I don't do my makeup. I ain't into that. Oh, we didn't add highlighter. Pregnancy brain. I'm gonna use MAC Whisper Guilt. This video gonna be super long, or when I edit it, will it get shortened down? But yeah, I'm gonna use MAC Whisper Guilt for highlighter. Oh my god, don't you hate when you do your makeup and like your tip of your nose itches? What the fuck? Game changer. How am I doing this with no mirror? It's too big. That's what she said. I'm doing this wrong. I can just tell by how it feels that the placement is off because I don't have a mirror, because you know everything is reversed in the viewfinder. Yeah, played myself for a second. There she go. Wow, it's so crazy how pretty makeup looks when your skin is smooth, like your texture. Oh, how we did that, because again, I had no makeup brushes, no makeup. I just curated stuff, that foundation, concealer, got it. So yeah, that was this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. If you guys didn't enjoy it, I'm not doing it ever again. So yeah, let me know if you guys liked it. If you guys do like it and we get good feedback, I will definitely bring these maybe once a month. Well, not once a month for sure, maybe twice a month if I got enough suggestions for polls in my head. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can include those of you that don't have a YouTube, but the polls on Instagram are honestly just the easiest thing, unfortunately. So yeah, if I keep looking down, it's because I'm looking into the viewfinder, obviously, by the way. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I just thought it was kind of funny, you know. I feel like you guys are getting to know me a little bit better, my viewpoint on things, but at the same time, I get to kind of see everybody else's outlook on stuff that I otherwise wouldn't know. So yeah, just let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe if you're new here, girl. Don't turn on the bell, because you're going to be very disappointed when you see that I don't post all the time. Don't hit the bell. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. While you're watching this, I am on vacation. So yeah, I will see you guys on Sundays, and I'm out of here, kids. See ya.